Alright, what is going on guys? It's Tazz here, and welcome back to the channel. Now today what I've got for you guys is another Supergirl video. Now if you guys are not caught up with this season of Supergirl, spoiler warning, but if you are, let's continue. Within the most recent episode of Supergirl, which is unfortunately the last episode we're gonna have for a couple of months here, we had a pretty big piece of news dropped on us within the episode. And that piece of news was of course when Emerald was talking to Mon-El towards the end of the episode, and she told him that she was keeping a secret from him, and that secret was that her and Brainiac 5 had planned some sort of mission, and that mission is the real reason why the Legion came back to present day, or really came back to the current season of Supergirl.
I haven't been completely honest with you. I always knew there was a risk when Brainy and I planned this mission.
What mission?
It's time for me to tell you the truth about why we're really here.
Now, obviously within the episode, we never actually got it revealed as to the true nature or the true reason why the Legion came back, or really we never figured out what Emra and Brainiac 5's real mission was, or really why they came back when they did. So what I want to do with this video is just speculate on why I think the Legion actually came back to present day, as well as speculate on the Legion's true mission. Now, unfortunately, within the episode, we never really had any hints as to why the Legion came back when they did. We only learned that the Legion has a secret mission or a secret agenda as to why they came back, and only Emra and Brainiac 5 know about it, and for some reason Mon-El was kept out of the loop, so that's pretty much all the information we know about it at the moment. But this is something that people have speculated on for a while now, that the Legion may have some sort of secret agenda or secret reason why they actually came back, and it wasn't sort of just an accident like Mon-El was led to believe. Now, the first theory that I have here as to the nature of the Legion's true mission is that maybe Emra and Brainiac 5 set this whole thing up so that the Legion could come back in time to present day to end up helping Supergirl fight Reign and the World Killers. Wow, Reign and the World Killers really sounds like that should be a band. Now, in my opinion, I feel like this is probably the most likely option to have happened because, you know, it seems like Brainiac 5 and Emra really seem to look up to Supergirl because, you know, when Mon-El went to the future, he obviously sort of spoke very highly of her, and they, from the way that their characters have sort of been throughout the season, they seem to, when they first met her, be sort of, you know, like big fans, and they wanted to come back in time to help her out, you know, to fight one of her biggest enemies. And I just feel like that would make a lot of sense as to why the Legion came back, is because, you know, maybe it ended up like from sort of like the future history, or not future history, that sounds really contradictory, but you know what I mean, is in the future they probably knew of Supergirl's battle against Reign and the World Killers, and they've said before that Reign ends up leaving, but maybe they weren't being completely truthful there because, you know, maybe it's something like something happens and Supergirl doesn't, you know, do too well against Reign, so maybe, you know, the Legion comes back in time to help her out with that and try to sort of make that ending battle sort of go a bit smoother with some more help from some other superheroes. But now my next theory is very similar to the last one, and it kind of just builds off of it, but has a slightly different ending and slightly different reason as to why the Legion may have come back. And obviously the Legion is still sort of big fans of Supergirl. They wanted to come back to help her fight Reign, and maybe the reason why they wanted to come back and help her fight Reign was because maybe Reign ends up actually defeating Supergirl. Now, maybe this is something that Mon-El sort of knew in the future, and he figured out, you know, from learning about what happened in the past while he was in the future, and maybe something happened because in the comics, Emra does have some sort of like telepathic powers that she hasn't shown before on the show, so maybe Emra sort of wipes Mon-El's mind of knowing, you know, that Supergirl died at that point, and that's why he doesn't really know of this true mission. So maybe they're going back to help save Supergirl from Reign and the World Killers to prevent her death. You know, that seems like that would be kind of crazy, and it would make Emra kind of seem like a bit of a villain for, you know, wiping Mon-El's memory and sort of, you know, making him forget the reason why the whole reason why they came back. So I don't think this would happen. This is just kind of a little bit of an abstract theory that I have here. So, you know, maybe the Legion came back to help Supergirl fight Reign because Reign ended up killing her in the future. So, you know, that's not a good thing, and Legion does not want that to happen, and I don't think anybody else does either. So it is a crazy theory, but a theory nonetheless. And now my next and final theory is one that I would definitely like to see happen on the show, and is something that I've seen some people talk about recently on the show, and that is maybe the Legion came back in time yet again to help Supergirl fight Reign and the World Killers, but this time instead of trying to just, defeat the World Killers and lock them up or do whatever they're going to do with the World Killers, maybe the reason why the Legion came back to help Supergirl with this fight against the World Killers is because maybe they want to recruit Reign and maybe some of the World Killers, none of the World Killers, at least Reign. Maybe they want to recruit her to sort of be part of the Legion to help the Legion fight whatever their threat is that they're trying to fight in the future. And that threat is whatever they said, like the darkness or some sort of blight or something. I'm not 100% certain on what they said. That was kind of a while ago, but there's some sort of darkness, evil thing that they're trying to fight in the future. And maybe they think that if they can get through to Reign, because, they know that Reign has that kind of split personality, maybe if they can get through to Reign and turn her into a good guy, maybe they could end up taking Reign to the future and making her almost like a future version of Supergirl. Now, if we did see Reign get redeemed at some point this season and end up being a hero, I feel like that would actually be really, really cool, because I'm definitely really loving the Reign character and I'm loving the Samantha character as well. So if they were able to sort of keep her around for a while as a good guy, but still have the powers and everything of Reign, but obviously, not be as murdery and kill people, not be a villain anymore, I think that that would definitely be a very cool thing for them to do. But overall, guys, what I'm thinking here is that the Legion came back in time to help Supergirl fight Reign and the World Killers, and I really hope that it's for the reason that they want to have Reign turn into a good guy and go join the Legion, because I think that that would just be the coolest thing for them to do with the character at the end of the season, instead of sort of, either killing Reign or writing her off in some way. I just find like that would be a very cool thing for them to do. But other than that, guys, I want to know your thoughts on this down in the comments below. Why do you guys think the Legion came back to the present? Do you have any theories that I didn't mention here, or do you agree with any of my theories? I want to know your thoughts down in the comments below. But until next time, guys, it's been Tazz, and I'll see you guys in the next video.